Tonight on Studio One, the nutritional benefits of coffee.
Yippee! Men suit up. Top advice on what to wear for the races this weekend.
And Alfonso prepares a peri ricotta cake.
Alfie's back. Good stuff. Deliciously done on Studio One.
Live from Dubai. Now, waking up in the morning and heading straight for the cup of joe could actually have a few interesting perks alongside the shot of caffeine.
Yes. Good news here for us coffee drinkers out there. It's been a good week down here. Listen up, all you coffee drinkers out there, as our nutritionist, Rashi Chowdhury, talks about the benefits of. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you so much for calling me.
Kind of you to have you with us. And it is good news for all of us that crave that shot of caffeine in the morning, and then maybe a few more throughout the day as well. But I suppose the first thing we need to do is work out what we're talking about here. This is a pure espresso from bean to cup, no sugar added, no milk, and I presume that's the beneficial one.
That is the beneficial one. Now, honestly, the nutritional value of your coffee can go up to from 2 calories to a whopping 1700 calories. It really depends on how you design your coffee. But let's talk about basic, humble, beneficial black coffee. That's exactly what's kept there. Now, this has about anywhere between 85 to 150 milligrams of caffeine. It has just 2 calories. Nutritionally, there's not too much happening there, but what makes it so popular amongst health experts is its antioxidant capacity. Now, it's got antioxidants in the form of chlorogenic acid. Now, why it's so popular is because chlorogenic acid actually helps to slow down the release of glucose into your bloodstream, and it improves your insulin sensitivity. So that's what's great about the antioxidant capacity.
It's these little bad boys that have all that goodness ready to burst out of a morning.
Now, of course, every second person drinks or loves coffee, and I mean, now what we got to know is besides being such an addictive caffeinated drink, it also has a lot of nutritional advantages to it. I'd like to know a little bit more about the psychological aspect behind it, because I've heard that it also helps fight depression.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, there was a study done which proved that women who have 2 cups versus the ones who have 1, which means 2 cups a day, minimal, to be precise, 300 milligrams of caffeine a day, actually reduces depression to about 15%. So women who have 2 cups reduce it by 15% compared to those who have 1 or less. In fact, not just depression, but there was another study done which proved that men who have about 2 cups of caffeine or 2 cups of coffee every day were 38% less likely to develop type 2 diabetes. It also has a lot of cardiovascular benefits, but that does not mean you skip your cardio class. You still go and, sweat it out.
I think that's a really important point to make here, because a lot of people go, brilliant, let's drink more coffee and not get on a treadmill.
Exactly.
But it's not a preventative, is it?
Yeah, no, but 2 cups a day is beneficial. It's recommended 300 milligrams, no more than that.
Okay, so it keeps at bay certain conditions, etc. You mentioned the heart disease, possibility of strokes as well.
All
can
of the, yes.
decrease to a certain degree.
To almost 38%.
Wow.
But what I love about coffee, there are 2 things. Firstly, it's a mild laxative, all right? Now, you can use this to your advantage, because when you decide to have a binge meal, after, say, about 2-3 weeks of eating really well, what you can do is just have your coffee before you start your binge meal. Because it's a mild laxative, it increases gastric emptying time, which layman terms means it pushes the food out very quickly out of your system.
Which
in
fact leads me to my next question, because I was going to ask you, in many cultures, people tend to drink a cup of coffee or tea straight after their meal. So would you recommend to have it before?
Having coffee along with your meals, after your meals, is an absolute no, because your calcium ion won't get absorbed. Even having it before is not a good idea unless you're having a junk meal, which should happen just once in 3 weeks.
Talk a bit about hydration, because a lot of people would say that it dehydrates you in many ways, coffee. So do you have to balance the hydration?
Yes. Anything beyond 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is, say, about more than 2 cups a day, will dehydrate you, because it's a diuretic. So it's going to, you're going to land up losing some amount of water. So for every cup of coffee that you have extra, have 2 glasses of water to compensate.
Okay.
But ideally stick to 2 cups.
Okay.
Because that's good for you.
Now you mentioned some of the health benefits, but what is a good time to have coffee in a day?
I'm so glad you asked that.
You're welcome.
Don't ever have coffee as soon as you wake up.
No.
I know. Listen, but I'm
That
not
is the reason why most of us even
I
get
know,
through the
I
first half of our day.
But no, what you got to do, I'm not saying give it up. All I'm saying is when you wake up, within the first 10 minutes, eat something healthy. It could be nuts, almonds, peanuts. It could be a cup of milk, a fruit. And 10 minutes after that, you can have your coffee. But don't wake up in the morning, your stomach lining is too sensitive. Don't subject it to that.
Antioxidant, you mentioned that. Anti-inflammatory, some reports of that as well. And more recently, research suggesting it's also a natural fat burner as well.
You could say that very indirectly. Just because it's a fat burner doesn't mean you go all out on caffeine pills. That is not the way to go, absolutely not. But like I said, before a meal it's fine. It does improve insulin sensitivity. So in that manner, yes, you could say. But guys, get real. Eat real food. Eat food close to its original form. Exercise, you know, feel
It's
great.
that horrible M word, isn't it? Moderation in all accounts.
I know, it's a cliche, but...
A couple of these might be a good few. 27 possibly might be a bit over the top. But listen, if you would like to try your hand at all of the benefits that just been mentioned and get your hands on one of these, then facebook.com/Studio One Live, you could be a winner. Thanks very much.
Super. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rashi.
Thanks a lot.
Coming up in just a little while, as Justin Timberlake, I'm told, sings, I be on my suit and tie.
Well, he sings it so much better. Menswear after this.
Is that what he sings? I be on my suit and tie. Does he sing that at the moment? No? I don't know. I mean, cheers.